What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode one. What is it? 184, 183, 184.
Oh no,
We are
2642.
pushing ever close to 200.
What are we gonna do for 200?
I don't know. Maybe show your butthole. I don't know.
That's not an occasion.
That's called Tuesday.
Yeah, that's
All right.
just
But
that's just called you happen to get lucky on the right night.
tonight we are diving down the alien abduction rabbit hole with the Travis Walton story. This is maybe one of the most interesting and fascinating alien abduction stories in history.
Yes,
This goes back, what, 46,
47 years.
years ago? This is
We're all
either
47 in November.
this is either the greatest alien abduction story or the biggest long-running hoax of all time. That is what we're going to talk about this evening.
Well, I mean, arguably all of them are. I have yet to see anybody come out that says they got abducted by aliens that actually has any evidence that they got abducted by aliens.
This is true.
They're like, prove it, and they're like, it happened. How do we know? 'Cause I said. Like, well, thanks, Mark.
All right, so Travis is going to take the lead on this because, frankly, I'm fucking lazy and don't feel like doing shit. And
We're just jumping right into it. We don't have any. There's no house cleaning to do.
we're on new sides.
We are on new sides. We have changed the programming of the Matrix.
Yes.
We're actually on the same sides. You just see us on different sides because we control everything. I am God. Phil is Jesus. We have even backwards did the fucking roles of age. The son is now the age of the father, and the father is now the age of the grandson.
That was a whole lot of shit right there.
The eagle has landed. The fucking lion will speak.
Which we got to do that. Speaking of that, we're going to do a moon landing episode.
You can talk about
Fake.
The Shining.
Faked or fiction? We're going to do
Fact
that.
or faked.
We're going to do that. But
Share this goddamn video out to your friends.
tonight,
Make your wives watch it. And husbands. Or whatever. If you're poly or...
Yeah, but there's no house clean. Episodes are dropping. We kind of took the week. I don't want to say took the week off, but we've been slacking a little bit. Episodes are going to start dropping this week. I have a couple.
Oh!
Ooh, damn.
Oh, you just ever have a drink of water that's just so fucking good?
No.
That's what that was. I was like, let's just a little sip. And then I was like, oh, let me just deep throat mouth fuck myself with this H2O.
You know, we can talk about something. I do not like the way I was talked to on Wednesday evening.
By whom?
By you.
What?
Called me a pussy.
What about what?
Because I wouldn't go bar hopping with. I wouldn't go clubbing with you.
That was Friday.
No, oh, that was Friday. No, that Friday.
Pussy. It really wasn't that bad. It was actually, like, for a nightclub, it was not nearly, like, it was young people, but they were actually all there to have fun. There was nobody acting stupid. Like, everybody was just fucking having fun. I was like, all right, cool, I can roll with this.
But I'm 187 years old.
In dog ears.
I can't be out till 4 o'clock in the fucking morning.
It wasn't that bad. We went to Waffle House.
No. See, I was a good boy.
I sang country songs to Better Half, like, all the way back from Cincinnati.
Well, I'll give her credit. She's a trooper.
Oh, she can hang.
I did not think she was going to leave
I didn't
the first
either.
bar.
And then we came
And
in
I
from
was doing my
smoking
part to try to help you out, make sure she didn't leave.
I mean, I said from the beginning, as long as she had fun, that's all I cared about. I was down to go. I was down to stay. I was down to, I don't know, do-si-do. But, yeah, I kind of, it got to a point where I was like, I don't know if we're going to make it out of here. And then we came back inside for smoking a cigarette, and somebody was like, she changed. I was like, what do you mean she changed? And then she's in a dress, and I was like, fuck. All right, shit.
Wasn't a good sign. You were leaving at that point when she changed.
I had a good time.
But it was a good time.
Yeah, wasn't too bad.
Nope. So that's really all the housekeeping I got. I just didn't appreciate being called a pussy because I wanted to go home and go to bed.
Pussy.
My
It
old
was Friday night.
Take my old ass to bed.
You act like you would have been up more than like 2 hours longer than you would have been
I
up
didn't go
anyway.
to bed till 2:30, 3 o'clock, but
Exactly.
I just didn't want to go. I haven't been to a club since
04.
1996.
He hasn't been to a club since the one on the Titanic.
Yeah, I would have. I went down with the fucking ship. I resurrected myself.
They really dropped it low.
Well, that
Did
cold water froze my body like Captain America, and I just floated to fucking Nova Scotia or whatever.
Never let go, Jack. It actually wasn't bad.
Yeah, I just like I said, night, and I think I know where you went. It was something else back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last one I went to, and it was 1996.
Energy nightclub.
Oh, maybe 1997, early 1997.
Oh no, but those DJs were getting after it though. They had the fucking smoke cannons and shit. There's just kids out there that just getting face blasted.
Yeah, but that was 19. It was 1997.
Plenty of urinals. That was the best part.
Because I think, actually, here's why I don't like going clubbing anymore. Because that after I was clubbing back in 1997, 9 months later I had my first daughter. That's why I don't go clubbing anymore. Cover your stump, kids.
Your stump.
Well, that's what.
That's a new one.
I don't have a trunk. I have a stump.
I guess.
All
Did
right.
they reach a fucking verdict in that Amber Heard shit yet?
I fucking don't know.
I heard they were supposed to.
I
But
knew
if
they
it
were-
doesn't get a unanimous decision, then it doesn't fucking do anything. They have to retrial.
I quit paying attention.
I did too. Once her dog stepped on a bee.
And she snorted coke on the stand.
You
and-
saw that one though, the bee one.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it-
yeah. But that's some serious shit. Chalupa stepped on a bee out there one day.
Yeah, but I actually believe that Chalupa stepped on a bee. I don't believe that Amber Heard's dog stepped on a bee.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. I'm to the point. It was funny at first. What, 3 weeks ago, with all the fucking shit going on. But now it's just
Oh, I will say there was a new one. Did you see the TMZ guy?
no.
He this fucking she was her lawyer was cross-examining a dude. I don't even remember who he was, but he had black fingernails on the stand. Which,
Oh,
so
I
that's
think I did. I did.
Yeah, when
See,
she was like, when
I
she
didn't
said
watch
something
it.
about him getting his 15 minutes of fame, and he was like, he was talking about how he's putting himself in the crosshairs of TMZ, and he's not searching for any fame. And he was like, I could say the same about you for taking on Miss Heard as a client. And she's like, it's a bit argumentative, don't you think? And he's like, oh no, I don't think it is. I think it's completely logical. And fucking Johnny Depp and his lawyers were like, yeah.
I did see that one expert they had. I don't know what he was an expert of that kept on doing this. And they're kind of like, what the fuck? Go smack that motherfucker.
I mean, nothing can beat the guy that fucking testified over Skype while driving a car and smoking a vape. Like, how much of a fuck do you not give? That you're like,
zero fucks given.
yeah, that you're like, all right, honey, I gotta be on fucking Skype with the penal system. You've seen my fucking, my views, or whatever the kids are smoking these days, my Hyde bar, my Mr. Fogg, whatever the fuck else, those big choo-choo train looking motherfuckers. The fat clouds, bro, fat clouds. Yeah, I'm gonna blow a smoke ring and then push it like I'm a fucking douchey magician.
I just want it to be over. I don't care who wins. I really don't care who wins. I don't care.
But at the same time, there's no way she wins at this point.
Stranger things have happened. But I do want to know one thing.
Watch, like tomorrow, they're gonna be like, breaking news in the Heard Depp case: Johnny Depp attacked and stabbed Amber Heard to death. And everybody's gonna be like, well, shit. Fuck.
I just wanted. I know one thing. They're both mission accomplished on his end, because she'll never work again either. I don't think.
Right?
She's radioactive. Nobody will touch her either.
No, because they're like, she's gonna be the fucking, she's the blonde female Steve-O now.
Hey, Steve.
Well, Steve-O before he got sober.
Yeah, Steve was actually. I was never a big jackass. We are going to get to Travis Walton here in a little bit, but
I mean, there's not that much to get to on Travis Walton, in my personal opinion, so this is fine.
well, we can. The whole.
Well, as soon as I saw some of the what is it, defamatory or whatever the fuck evidence against him, I was like, oh, fuck this dude, eat my fucking ball dicks.
I mean, I really don't know shit. I just know the story. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, some of the stuff you're going to bring up, I'm learning with the viewers.
You want to go side by side with it? You be the believer, I'll be the non-believer.
Sure, I'll play devil's
Okay,
advocate.
you can take the story and then I'll rip it apart.
No, I don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, it's not really ripping it apart. There's There's more like circumstantial fucking evidence towards this being bullshit than there is it being fact in my research. Well, because like on top of that, I keep saying that as if all there is not just his fucking side of the story. Like that, I got married. Oh.
Yep. See, I still went to bars after I got married. I quit going to clubs. Because back in my younger days, I was a good-looking man. I could,
We still go to bars. I had to go to work the next day, and my car was still at work.
I know. So it was parked because I came up. I came up. That's right. I came up. I had to see you for a minute.
And is that when he dropped off the key?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not where he parks.
Yeah. It was there from the party the night before. But yeah, because I didn't get to work till 2 the next day, which wasn't bad. I thought I was supposed to be there at 11. Text the guy at 11:04. He was like, "You're not on till 1." I was like, "Sweet."
Even better.
Went back to sleep, and then I texted him. I was like, "I'll be there. I'm right down the street." He was like, "Honestly, there's 2 of us here, and it's not that bad," because he was training someone. And he was like, "You just come in at like 2 if you want." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude." And just so you know, as soon as I get there, I'm walking next door and getting Chinese food. And that's what I did. I got General Tso's chicken. It was not hot at all, as is tradition. And shrimp lo mein with no vegetables and $2 of extra shrimp because I was kind of hungover and I was not in the mood for all that vegetable horse shit. Just give me the noodles and the shrimpies. Like an Asian whale. Just give me my shrimp and my noodles. I wonder what Asian whale songs sound like.
I'm not going to do it because I get canceled.
So a normal, what does Dory do for a normal? Soy sauce.
All right.
Teriyaki.
Let's get to Travis Walton. Let's go ahead and dive balls deep into it.
We need to have fucking background music. That'd be amazing. Just our boring asses with like the most live fucking house music ever.
We could club it up in here.
The 7-hour remix of Sandstorm. Do you know that song was made on accident?
Was it really?
Yeah, that dude just like made the and then like he just fucked with it for a little bit and it just like somehow got out and was like and it just fucking like mushroom clouded into fame and it's still fucking famous.
That's what's going to happen.
There's still kids overheating on ecstasy right now to that song.
That's what's going to happen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Somehow it's going to accidentally get out and we're going to wake up one day and be famous.
Yeah, somewhere in the world there's a fucking 19-year-old Danish kid with an internal body temperature of 106.5 degrees right now listening to Sandstorm. Just praying to Jean-Claude Van Damme that he makes it out. Fact.
Can't argue facts. You definitely cannot.
Speaking of Europe, is Steven Seagal still in Russia?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I haven't.
Maybe Putin has taken him as his man toilet. If you don't know what a man toilet is, watch the last episode. I have still officially taken a man toilet for my God King status of Fermundia. You got about 2 more weeks of episodes before I have to do this I won't be on camera and I will have to do it into a gilded diamond studded microphone or else it is not to the to the specs and the required fucking guidelines of God King status. I will do it from an air-conditioned box that is see-through, like Garth Brooks' drummer.
Whatever.
True story, Garth Brooks' drummer has an air-conditioned box that he plays in when they play live.
Well, good for Garth Brooks' drummer.
What a pussy.
He is. He's no Tommy Lee. That was a joke.
The only reason Tommy Lee was a good drummer is because he could drum with 3 hands because he was just flapping his dick around. Hey, babe, you guys through the boat?
You gotta keep that bass beat pumping.
You know how famous I am? One day Machine Gun Kelly's gonna play me in a Netflix movie. I actually heard that's not bad.
That movie?
Yeah.
No, it's not bad.
I heard it's not bad at all. I hope it's not because the first time I saw Machine Gun Kelly in a movie, I literally turned it off within 6 minutes. It was SLC Punk 2.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Did you ever see SLC Punk?
I do not think so.
Oh, you should. SLC Punk is actually pretty good.
No.
It's got the guy that, what is it, Matthew Lillard? The guy that played Shaggy. He's in 13 Ghosts.
Oh,
Yeah, he's in it. Seth Green, I think, is in it. No, is he?
I don't.
It's been so
Don't
long
ask.
since
Don't ask the guy that never.
it's been
seen
so long since I've seen. I think Jason Segal's in it. The guy from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I think.
it. Okay, yeah.
I don't know. It's been over 10 years since I saw that movie, but it's a good movie. Now the second one was illegal in Texas.
Really?
Yeah, not the movie itself. Metaphorically, it was relatable to something that is illegal in Texas.
Anal.
Mm-mm. Anal does not lead to this thing.
No, I don't know. I was just taking a guess.
It rhymes with schmushmortion.
Oh. Ooh. We're not going to dive into that topic.
Oh God, I have one that I drop at work all the time that everybody thinks is hilarious, even though it's kind of fucking awesome. It was should I say it? It's pretty edgy.
Don't give a fuck.
When people fuck up food at my job,
Yeah.
they'll be like, "Oh God damn it! There's supposed to be no Japs on this fucking queso," which means no jalapenos on the quesadilla, and I still to this day find it kind of offensive as a Japanese American.
As you should.
There literally has been people I've worked with that are like, "No Travis's on that quesadilla," and I'm like, "Fuck you, whitey." But no, like every time somebody fucks up and they're like, "God damn it, this is supposed to be bacon cheese fries," I'm like, you got to eat it because we eat our mistakes like Chinese abortions.
Oh, you're fucking sick. Oh, God. All right, get Travis Walton. Go.
What is
We are
They
officially
eat dogs and shit.
Hey.
You might as well fucking dish up Kwang Yang.
At least I think we're still live, so that's a plus.
Give me a minute.
They haven't. The censors haven't caught that one yet.
Okay, do you want to take Travis Walton's
No, I want
intro? Okay, so Travis Walton was a goddamn dirty liar with a bad mustache and a shitty hairpiece.
Well, let's be a little bit more objective. Tell the story, then we'll get into the opinion.
So Travis Walton was a lumberjack in the 70s, because this all happened on November 5th, 1975, on a logging road with his crew of 6 other people.
Yes.
In the Apache, what is that? Sitgraves, I don't know, fucking national forest in Snowflake, Arizona.
Yeah, Snowflake, Arizona.
Snowflake.
You cannot live. If you live in Snowflake, Arizona,
You have to be a Democrat.
fucking move.
Sheeple.
Just fucking get out of there.
Yeah, there's this guy that follows us on Instagram now, and all he does is post about conspiracy theories and call people sheeple. And I'm like, oh, go eat a bag of dicks. Talking about spaces, hashtag spaces fake. Like, I'm like, God damn. So
Very well could be. Fuck, I don't know. Never been there.
So anyway, again, this was with 6 of his coworkers, and he actually, I heard him talking about it because a lot of people, part of the reason that this shit is still so popular in the UFO world is because still to this day, well, we'll get to it later, that this has changed a little bit as of late, but up until about a year or two ago, pretty much everybody involved still held on to the same story.
Right.
Like, down to some very intricate details. And, excuse me, one of his points that he made in an interview that I listened to was the fact that in his words, basically, is if this was fake, it would have come out by now, because one of the other 6 people that was with him that night, they had, according to him, like, just gotten into a fight like the day or two prior to this.
Well, he didn't have a good working relationship with the one guy. I forget his name.
Yeah, something about him, the guy stole his girlfriend or vice versa, and they got into a fight at the girl's house or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
So if this is all true, then yeah, like I'll give you that. But so anyway, Travis Walton and his 6 coworkers are riding along in a truck, and they see a little over 100 feet away. They see a saucer shaped object just hovering, and along with that, a high pitched noise, a buzzing sound, a vibration. I think he said, kind of, and so what do they do? What do we as humans do every time we encounter something that we can't explain? We stop the truck and get out and look at it.
Well, Travis did get out.
I got out.
Travis got out.
I am Travis Walton.
In disguise. They all stopped the truck, which I don't mind stopping the truck to look at something like that. Now, getting out,
Especially because 100 feet is not that far.
No, it's very close.
Like, I can throw a baseball 100 feet. Maybe not with good accuracy, but it'd get there. It might bounce once or twice.
But to get out and actually go up or walk towards this thing, that's a whole new level of fucking stupidity. Especially if you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Continue.
Oh, that was it? Okay. So he gets out of the truck and starts moving towards it, and then a light beam shoots out of nowhere and knocks him out. Just knocks him unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah. So clearly, if this happens, the other 6 dudes are scared shitless.
Which I don't. Yeah, I would hope so.
And allegedly, they just left him.
Except that one guy that was in the back of the truck who he was fighting with probably grinned a little.
Yeah. So they left.
Left his ass. Okay. They ran.
Good men. They're good men.
You know, I'm not.
Fair play to you boys if they were fucking travelers.
You know, I'm not going to fault them. Everybody has 2 responses: fight or flight.
Well, because in my mind, you got to think it's like a movie scene, and like they were turning around and going, and there was the one guy, like in the passenger seat or in the back seat. And he's like, "No, we can't leave him." And they're like, "Jerry, there's nothing we can do, bro. The aliens got him. They're gonna stick stuff in his butt and make him into a fucking a frog man. We gotta go. They're gonna make him a sea slack." Yeah, there's an old one for you.
But I don't fault them for I mean, I'm not going to say, because nobody knows exactly what you're going to do. You can sit here and talk big and talk tough, but until you're faced with something like that, you do not know how you're going to respond. And that's in anything in life.
Yeah.
They fled. But that's not the end of the story, so continue.
So this happens. He gets knocked unconscious by the beam of light. They take off. He alleges that he awoke in a hospital-esque room.
Okay, but don't jump ahead.
What?
They did come back.
Yeah, they couldn't find him.
Right, they came back. We didn't cover that.
Well, I mean, that's a given. Because he was with the space aliens.
His best friend was a lead. It was his company. Everybody else got out. He said, "I'm going back." He went back, couldn't find him. Travis was gone.
So dry.
Travis was gone. Travis Walton.
I'm gone.
Not this Travis, but Travis was gone, and obviously his buddy was a little, where's Travis?
Oh, shit.
So now continue.
Okay. So after this piss poor attempt at finding him, because from what I understand, it was a piss poor attempt. Where'd that light go? Y'all remember where that light was? I don't quite remember. I was hitting them 4 on the floors trying to get Giddy up out of there.
Well, it was nighttime, so
other gripe I have right now. I gotta get fucking Peacock Premium to keep watching Yellowstone. Those bitches.
Just get Paramount. It's on Paramount.
It's not.
It's a Paramount. Yes, it is.
I have Paramount Plus. I did not find it.
It's a Paramount show.
Look it up.
Well, what's that got to do with Travis Walton?
It doesn't. It's more important. I saw him shoot a horse, and then I saw somebody get branded, and then, nope, fuck you, fatty. Pay us money.
Well,
give
you
us
have the
money.
Free version of Paramount Plus?
No, I have the paid version of Paramount Plus.
It should be.
No, it's on Peacock.
No, it's on.
No, it's not. I'm telling you.
It's a Paramount show.
I know, but it's not on Paramount.
And Peacock is NBC.
I have a paid Paramount Plus membership.
I think you just can't work. You're Asian and you can't work.
I'll look it up right now.
Well, let's continue.
I'll look it up now.
I don't give a fuck.
I'll look it up right now. I don't even.
I've been watching it all day.
See, but you have Paramount Network.
That's it.
Ow.
Anyway, so Travis.
Ow. I fucking keep forgetting I cut my thumb today. Right on the tip. So every time I touch anything, it fucking hurts.
Okay, before we get to Travis in the alien ship medical bay with Scotty, his buddies couldn't find him, so they went to I believe it was a bar.
Yeah.
And they were deciding on what to do. I guess they called it.
See? You won't find Yellowstone on Paramount Plus, on Paramount's streaming service, Paramount Plus. It's on fucking Peacock. I don't know the contracting behind that, but it's stupid as shit. So now I have to pay for fucking Peacock so I can keep watching Yellowstone. How stupid is that?
No shit.
I told you. It's so fucking dumb. They've got 1883 on Paramount Plus, but they don't have fucking Yellowstone. Somebody did a really bad job drawing up contracts with that one. I would almost bet that like Kevin Costner, one of the actors, has some type of a fucking contract with whoever like either owns or a subsidiary of Peacock.
Well,
I would bet you.
This is why I have cable.
Fuck that.
And I don't have.
Yeah, well, now that I'm about to be paying for Peacock when I move in here, like, what, tomorrow, might as well get rid of that shit and save some money, because I've got, as of tonight, when I go home and buy it so I can keep watching fucking Yellowstone, Peacock, Paramount Plus, Hulu, HBO, Netflix, fucking, what is it, Tubi? Tubi, something like that. That one's free, actually. They actually have some pretty good movies on there. Amazon Prime. Fucking the one I watch Japanese anime porn on. I think it's called Tentacle Life.
Huh, okay. But, so...
I don't download things illegally. Being as I am in the video and audio space, I feel like a dick if I do.
Right. But let's say Travis's buddies went to a bar, they called the cops. Got the story right.
That's why they went to the bar. They didn't go to get a fresh, cold, shorty bottle of Coors.
Of course, this was 1975. Payphones were a thing.
Yeah.
You had
because a payphone will come into the fucking story later on, too.
Right, because there was no cell phones. You had to go to a payphone. I remember these days because I'm ancient.
I remember payphones.
Barely.
I've used payphones multiple times in my life. I've actually made collect calls. Yes.
So they call the cops. Cops come. They tell them the story that we just explained, or Travis just explained.
Which isn't over.
And naturally, they're calling bullshit, but they really have nothing to go on yet at this point. So let's
the video.
So let's get to
share the video.
Travis's experience in the mothership.
So yes, as we were saying, this fuckboy gets up there with his terrible mustache, and he awakens, he arises. Well, I guess he didn't really arise because he was fucking on a table in a hospital-esque room with short, bald things around him, little cock people.
Okay.
Little cocksmen.
Typical Greys, correct?
For the most part.
At this point, typical Greys, yes.
Which, because that changes up later, too. I don't want to say it changes up because, like,
he does.
I do have some against his side stuff that came out or that people have found, but like I don't want to like just totally fucking run his name through the dirt. I wasn't fucking there. I don't know if it's true or not, but it does. There is another type of creature involved later.
Right. That's yes. That he runs into. He's making his escape.
Well, because his experience kind of helped form a lot of opinions on a lot of shit too.
Yes. So
moving on, he died. So we'll see you guys next week after I come back from vacation. So he's one of the only people that I know of that claims that when he woke up in this, goddamn, my face, I need my face on camera. So he's one of the only people I know of that claims that when he came out of his unconscious state on the spaceship,
yes,
to have fought the aliens.
He wasn't taking it laying down.
No, he said he grabbed some type of a like stick, or I can't remember the exact words he used.
Cylinder tube type thing. Yes,
and he's
Conan Barbarian on them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm Travis Walton. You can't have my butthole. Get away from me. Go fuck a sheep, you assholes.
Which I will say, in the movie, this scene is terrifying.
Well, the movie is a whole nother thing, because even he said the movie they took
a lot of liberties.
Definitely took their creative liberties with that movie, which I mean, you have to expect them to,
especially with this.
Yeah, because even
part of it,
even if this is all true, the story the way he told it is not that fantastical.
But they
did, for the silver screen.
But they did leave out some stuff in his story, which I'm sure we'll get to in a minute.
I'm gonna call it right now. At some point, you're gonna have to talk for like a minute because I'm gonna have to refill this. My mouth is just horrifically dry tonight for some reason.
I think I'll be able to fill time.
It's time. We're gonna fill time with fill time. Coming live
podcast.
and direct to you on a YouTube live stream from 6 p.m. to 6:04 p.m. Mondays through Fridays, minus Tuesdays, and sometimes without Thursdays, because Phil likes to play Golden Tee.
Well, this is all I have in my life is this. I'm just going to start live streaming every fucking day.
We could potentially, like, once I come home from this trip, like, fuck, I'll be if I'm watching TV in bed, I'll be right there. You just come in, you're gonna live stream. I'm just
Just so you know, Travis is moving into the studio because it's the only way I can get him to come to work. This non-paying fucking job he has.
Yeah, this bullshit. Fuck you guys. Eat my dick.
All right, but
love you.
Like this, but this part of the movie is what because it has that where they put that clamp thing on his.
Yeah,
arm.
I didn't rewatch. I've seen the movie. I didn't rewatch it for.
I watched it a couple weeks ago, but I have a thing about my eyes. I could never, I wear glasses, but I don't wear glasses. I wear them, but I don't wear them because I hate glasses.
I wear them so that you can see my eyes.
But I could never. Thank God, even if eyesight was bad enough to wear contacts, I could never wear contacts because I cannot put my finger in my fucking eye. I don't want anything near my eye.
Right? Like, who came up with that idea?
So when that thing comes down to his eye, I'm sitting there. That's like, how when you watch a movie and somebody gets, kicked in the nuts or cutting their dick off or something, you kind of feel it.
You know the one that gets me? You know the one that gets me every time, gives me the heebie-jeebies?
What?
Is fucking, have you seen Hostel?
No, I have not seen it.
What? There's a scene in Hostel where one of the
I'm
dudes...
not big about vacation.
No.
Vacation.
Well, no, because this one, like, is within the realm of reality. Like, it's not based on true events, but, like, people, like, backpackers go disappear in that region of the world all the time. Of course, it's a very high human trafficking area now that we know that. But no, there's a scene in that where the dude gets, I don't know if it's both, but at least one of his Achilles, like, just with a knife. And they show it, and he just goes to the ground, and every time I'm like, ah! They cut his leg rubber band.
Yes, but I cannot watch that. Like somebody poking somebody in the eye or I go, ooh.
Somebody got poked in the eye in Yellowstone last night when I was here.
Well, that's different. But no, like looking at it, like when like it's coming to the fucking.
How do you feel about the scene at the beginning of the movie Jack?
Jack.
Yeah, with Robin Williams.
I haven't seen that.
When that little thing is coming down at the baby forehead.
I have not seen that since it came out, and
I watched it with Better Half not too long ago because she had never seen it. I was like, you have to watch Jack.
But I do not. I hate that fucking shit. Don't kick me in the nuts and don't fuck with my eyes. I could never wear contacts. But like when I had my last eye exam, they blow that air.
Oh my God, those cocksuckers. The fact that they haven't done away with that fucking test, they should all be burnt at the stake.
I about beat the shit out of that bitch.
They're like, every time they're like, it's not that bad. And I'm like, motherfucker, you're telling me that you sit here and just don't move when they fucking you in the eye?
Yeah, fuck her. She about got cock slapped with all 2 inches.
She almost got a baby Bella mushroom stamp.
Oh, okay. Anyway, okay, continue.
So
he's on
he's on the spaceship
and he's got the little
he
probe.
Wakes up. Yeah,
the anal probe.
That's what I want to know is, did it smell like his butthole? Did he, like, after he was subdued, was he like,
this smells like my anus?
Do you do the smell the edge of your hand from, every once in a while you just got to check, so you do that little credit card and your fucking side grundle and you're like, it's a little vinegary, I might want to take a shower tonight. The bad part is everybody here knows what the fuck I'm talking about,
but they're not going to admit it.
Oh, I was talking about this the other night. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, whether you want to admit it or not. Everybody has smelled their belly button, everybody has smelled their genitals, and everybody has smelled their asshole. If you say you haven't, you're a goddamn liar. Like, everybody's like, fucking... And you're also a liar if you say that you don't get up after you take a shit and look at the poop before you flush it down.
Absolutely.
You're like, yeah, that's all me, boy. That's all me.
I never told this story.
Oh, shit.
When I was playing college, when I was in college playing, we had to drive to like a 15-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
We were playing up in the upper UP of Michigan. And had to drive back to Indiana.
Fucking Canada.
Basically fucking Canada. And coming back, we were going there. We stopped in Wisconsin.
Perfect time.
Stopped in Wisconsin. We're gonna miss the story.
No, I'll be right there.
We stopped in
This isn't
Wisconsin.
gonna work.
We stopped in Wisconsin, and then finished out the next day. Coming home after the game, they said, "Fuck that, we're driving straight through." So, was it last week's episode? Or maybe 2 weeks, we talked about I have a issue with defecating in strange places. I do not like to go to the bathroom, number dos, in a strange place.
You got a shy butthole?
Yes. We talked about it. Like, I will go, I can only do it in my home.
That's fair.
So, about 10 minutes into this 85-hour trip, it seemed like, I had to use the bathroom. Now, we were on a double-decker bus that had a bathroom. But Phil was not going to get on that son of a bitch. So, Phil held it for like 15 hours. We're talking, my eyes were watering, turned brown. I was cramped up. You thought I was giving labor. I was having fucking cramps. I was having contractions. I was dilated. So we unload the bus.
He's 6 centimeters. Drive.
I had to walk from the athletic facility to the dorm. Let's just say shuffle steps.
Duck walking.
Shuffle steps all the way. And this was we did not have bathrooms in our rooms. We had a community bathroom on each floor.
Yeah.
So I went in there and just relieved myself. You thought my intestines just came
On the
out.
floor?
No, in the toilet. But
God, that shit was...
there was no water left in that motherfucker. It flushed itself.
The poop absorbed the water.
It flushed
Like you
itself.
dumped a bucket of shit in there.
Let's just say that was the most orgasmic feeling. The relief. It was better
Oh,
than
dude,
sex.
there's nothing better than when you gotta poop really bad and you finally get to sit down. Because it always happens, like, every time I'm on my way home from here or from work and I get a shit really bad, go figure. That's the time that a fucking train, like, gets stuck on the tracks. And I'm just... Because there's nothing... That is the worst. I always have to poop, and I pull up, and, like, the train... You see the train, and you can tell that it's slowly slowing down. And you're like, oh, God, I gotta... There's two ways this situation ends, and both of them involve the emergency room.
Yes. So that was better than sex. And how I did not shit my pants. Thank God I did not shit my pants, because it would have probably caused the bus to fucking have to turn over. They've been running down the fucking the aisle. All right.
I don't know. Have you ever actually shit your pants?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, as an adult, I did it one time, man. Like, it was one of those ones where, like, I was going home and there was just no feasible place to stop without going out of my way even more. And, like, and I was an adult at this time.
We're talking about shitty.
And, like, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be 100% honest with you, man. I was driving along and I was like, you know what? I got leather seats.
Easily cleaned up.
And I just straight was like, that was before I had I went to the hospital and shit, so like my gutty works were all fucked up anyway. I got out of the car and I was like, oh, there's no point in doing the weird walk. It's fucking, it's everywhere. It's going up my back like a newborn baby and shit.
As an adult, the only time I've done it is when you've been sick.
I've shit my pants so many times as an
you have
adult.
diarrhea.
Yeah.
But you think you're getting better, and you feel that like.
And you think you can sneak
you
out
got
a
that
fart.
gas feeling. It's like, I'm about
Well, it
24
doesn't. It doesn't count
no.
if it doesn't touch the underwear. If it doesn't leave the cheeks, you didn't shit yourself. You just sharted. That happened to me last night. I was like, I got home and I was in the middle of talking to one of the people I live with, and like my stomach was a little upset because I had nothing but alcohol and Chinese food in me, and like I'm sitting there talking, and the whole time I'm just like, it's just slowly seeping, like. It's like that gas line that fills up the house, you know what I mean? That takes out the whole family. It's just slowly, I'm just like, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, same. Yeah, a long day. I know, right? Right. It was like one of those ones where, like, I wish it was farts and I was trying to cover it up. Be like, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Huh? And the whole time it's just...
All right.
But no, I was slowly starting to poop myself.
I think that we've covered shit enough. Let's get back to
It was
Travis with his anal
squishy
probe.
too. There's nothing worse than fucking walking to the bathroom and your cheeks are sliding across each other because they got that little bit of moisture, whether it be sweat or poop. Poop is much worse though. Poop is surprisingly lubricating. You ever notice that? Especially if it's a little soft.
How does anybody listen to us? It's amazing we have the followers.
We
that
talk
do.
about the real life problems.
We're keeping it real
Because
here.
this all started with, I stand by what I originally said.
Everybody-
Everybody in here looks at their poop before they flush it down the toilet. Everybody has smelled their belly button. Everybody has smelled their crotch, and everybody has smelled their asshole at one time in their life. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Everybody has eaten a booger, even if you were fucking 2.
I don't think I have.
As a baby, you definitely did.
I don't have any memory of doing it.
I would think not if you were like a year old.
Well, I'm
Like, I don't have memories, but I do remember, what was it? It was the summer of 82. Ate a booger.
don't get me wrong. I'll dig for fucking gold, but I mean, I don't think.
Well, there's nothing better. Like, there's nothing better than having that one like cement block
do
booger that's like way up there.
Why the fuck do we even have topics? Why?
We get back to them eventually because we got to fill
You know,
time.
here's the thing: if we actually just stayed on topic for a whole,
Our shows would be 15 minutes long.
maybe 30 if we're lucky.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
But
yeah.
I said,
Nose
well,
picking
it's
now.
just like I say all the time. Like, I'm pretty sure it's genetically made this way. Everybody's pinky is perfectly sized to pick their nose. You get in there with like, you work it down with the pinky, like grab the edge of it, and you just kind of feed it, and then you get that big fucker in there, and you just. Hydrogen sulfide is the poo smell. Now, Chipotle and fucking Skyline chili is the poo smell.
All right, let's get back to Travis.
We
Walt
should do that.
with
Let's
his anal
live.
probe.
Let's like fucking record ourselves going to get a colon cleansing and see what falls out of our butts. I bet you like a whole blueberry muffin and like a fucking spare tire for a 1987 Volvo comes out of my ass. Oh, there's a donut up there. Chocolate frosted? Well, now it is. I think it was Boston cream at first.
At one time. All right, Travis Walton had.
Oh, I wish it was an eclair.
I'm getting us back on track. Had some
Pooped
kind of
himself.
cylinder object swinging it, just a swinging.
Well, this is gonna come back to poop
Oh
because
goddamn.
later on, no, it's relevant to the story too.
Okay.
So anyway, oh god, after he tries to fight the aliens, some other humans, or at least I find it, yes,
Human-like.
yeah, I doubt they were actually humans. If they were, I'm sure that they were some type of like a thrall, if you will, that they maybe took and genetically modified to do their bidding.
Yes.
And one of whom had a fucking, what was it? One of them had something on their head, a helmet. They were wearing a helmet.
A cowboy hat.
No, they were wearing a helmet. They were off to a good start. So Stewart from Mad TV came to get them from the aliens. Look what I can do. So this helmeted human and 3 others took him somewhere else, but not before putting a clear plastic bag over his face, because that's not a good. You're off to a good start. Like, would you just take that because you're like, well, you guys look kind of like me. I guess I'll let you put a plastic bag over my head. And plus, it's clear. Everybody that's worth a shit knows that you don't use fucking clear plastic. If you're like, especially, they weren't trying to suffocate him, but did you know that?
No.
Use black.
Black.
If you use clear or translucent, they can see the light on the other side, and your mind registers that faster, and you'll almost automatically go to trying to rip it off your face. Whereas if you use black, you put the person's brain into panic mode, and they have less of a chance, or their brain fires in a different way, so they don't automatically go for ripping whatever's over their face. Yeah.
Now you know. So when I try to suffocate you, use black. Now,
You don't have to try. Do you know how heavy I sleep? It's crazy. I've slept through fucking tornadoes, earthquakes, like, you name it.
well, living here, you're gonna have to sleep through some shit. Gunfire. 4-wheelers going up and down the fucking road all hours of the goddamn night.
Oh my god,
And-
why am I so fucking thirsty?
and-
That's my lid.
And Cooter next door, fucking
Cooter?
working on a.
Oh
car
yeah,
at
I'll
3
give
o'clock.
I'll give that guy credit though. I've said it since I started coming over here. At least they have fucking like some pretty cool cars over there.
But I don't want to hear him fucking testing the car.
Oh, there's some fucking dirty middle-aged bitch with her husband in the fucking passenger seat and a little goddamn drop-top red Miata that turned onto your street in front of me. One of those ones where they're like, "Oh yeah, I got to turn," and they turn signal and turn wheel at the same time. And she was probably your age, which is fine. That's like, this isn't an old joke. But this bitch had a goddamn like fake diamond encrusted princess license plate cover. Go fuck yourself, Marjorie. Grow up. I did see another one though while I was in Hamilton. This car had a license plate frame that was Legos. It was actually pretty cool.
Okay.
I was like, man, that's pretty cool. Hopefully you never step on it because then you're gonna want to kill yourself.
I would ram them right in the ass.
Have you ever stepped on Legos?
Yes,
I've literally never wanted to kill myself more.
I have children.
They're 65 now.
I have stepped on an abundance of shit.
Unfortunately, one of them was on this spaceship with Travis Walton, and they're 50 and still play with Legos, and just so happened to be the one with the helmet.
Well,
Bless his heart.
all right. So he saw women.
Great, damn Miata drivers. Now, don't get me wrong. You can do a Miata right. I've seen cool Miatas. Like, I get it's just like anything. Everybody has a car they just love. I respect it. I've seen cool Miatas, but no, this bitch just had a fucking cherry red Miata with the drop top. And it looked like it had a little bit of a camber on the back wheels. And I was like, unless you're fucking ripping your emergency brake around that corner, and that's strictly to make up for the play when you're doing something like that, you know who Mandingo is? The porn star.
I've heard of him, but I can't picture him.
His dick's about as big as my fucking forearm. So she can take that and just shove it up her ass if she put a camber on her Miata. But this all harkens back to at least the guy in the corner has some pretty cool cars over there sometimes.
Right.
Like that little CRV, I even think that's cool. I think this is like the lowered CRVs with like the big dumb fucking turbos on them and shit are kind of cool.
You would.
Oh, you know what I really would love to do one day? The Odyssey. Have you seen the people that take the Honda
Stay
Odyssey
on
van?
topic during a podcast.
But yeah, there's people that fucking like blow out the motors on those Honda Odyssey vans and like lower them and put suspend. That's fucking cool. There's one guy that was running like a fucking 8-second quarter mile or quarter mile, I think, or eighth mile in a minivan with fucking, he's got car seats for his kids that match his racing seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, it's pretty cool.
Moon unit. We will eventually get to the polygraphs. We are working our way slowly toward it. Not true though.
What?
They all didn't pass.
We'll get to the polygraphs, but you'll rarely hear me fucking touch on polygraphs very much. Period.
We'll get, but one did have an iffy.
Like they're
I think
officially
he passed
inadmissible in
eventually.
court. So
Eventually, they all did pass. But anyway, continue. Okay, we're still
Mustang drivers. I have a friend that's a Mustang driver.
For the love of God, Grory, stop talking about fucking cars.
Oh no, I have one fucking car. Now I have a fucking a car rant that I think you can agree with. Why the fuck did Ford make a hybrid Mustang SUV? An electric one, I think, at that.
I don't know.
I don't even know if it's a hybrid. Okay, so anyway, Travis Walton died again. That's the end of the story.
No,
so
he did
no,
not.
he gets taken by these humanoids. What are you doing? There we go. So he gets taken by the humanoids with the plastic bag. None of this is fucking assaulty or weird at all.
No.
Don't worry. So and then after that it's just a blank until he just blanks out, and next thing he knows he's walking down the highway.
No, there was one other thing.
Which one?
Apparently, he woke up at one. Oh, it might have been before. The most important part of the whole story, before those people showed up, he went to
The butt probe?
He went into what appeared to be like the control room, and he started just pushing buttons to try to. Which he said it had a window like looking out into space.
Mhm.
So it was the bridge.
The
Captain Kirk,
cockpit.
Captain Kirk and the crew were off at lunch. They were
Make
on
it so.
they were on their mandatory 5-minute fucking break, and he just started pushing buttons.
Right? Like, what's
And
up
I
with all
think
these
that's
stories?
I think that's when the humanoid type people came in.
Yeah, what's up with all these stories of like just unmanned things? It even happens with that. What is it? White Sands Proving Grounds.
Yes.
That guy that was that with that. I mean, we'll probably talk about it at some point, but like, was just somehow he was just left behind at a military base when everybody left for like a holiday weekend or something. Like, because that happens. There's not security on military bases all the time.
No.
There's not people. There's not aliens watching the fucking guy with the John Holmes mustache that's on their spaceship.
But
That's an interesting story too, John Holmes.
okay.
It is. Did you know what happened with that guy? Fucking like,
Didn't he die of AIDS?
I'm talking about like others, like his extracurriculars, drugs and robberies and fucking murders and shit. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Interesting. And a big old dick. That's Linda Lovelace,
Okay, I will ask.
star of Deep Throat.
I will ask her next time I see her.
Was she in
Let-
Debbie Does Dallas?
Let me get her on the phone real quick because I have her on my contacts list
Sounds about right.
because we're roughly the same age.
Yeah.
No, we are not.
So, yeah, and then like I said, after that, there's just a big nothing, and then he's just walking down the highway
Now,
and walks himself to a
How long?
payphone, a phone booth.
How long was he gone for? What?
5 days.
5 days. Now,
Well, because it was like the biggest, it was the biggest, not manhunt, but search
at the time,
in Arizona up to that point, and it actually like they questioned the rest of his logging team or whatever the fuck and shit, and it was actually a graduated from a missing persons case to a potential murder
right?
case.
They believed that he was murdered. Hence, now I guess we can dive into the polygraph test. Now,
The bullshit test.
one of them, the one that was a little sketchy, and I believe it was the one he had the issue with.
The one that he literally got into a fight with, like the day before
It
this.
did. His initial test did come up, I believe. I don't want to say false, but there was some questions about it, and they all retook them again, and eventually, I believe they all passed. But polygraph tests are bullshit.
Oh, that's convenient.
There's a reason. There is a reason why these aren't admissible in court.
Yeah. Because literally, all you have to do is like bite your fucking cheek or something like that, and it automatically changes. Because they were talking about it on as far as polygraphs go, is on shout out to Brohio, because I guess they both had to take polygraph tests for jobs at some point in their life.
Probably, yeah, because they worked in the.
I think they said it was for TSA too.
I know, probably when they were correctional.
Yeah, but like, and they said they were asking them shit about like have they ever fucked animals and shit like that? And like, I think they said TSA asked about your credit score.
It wasn't an animal, but she was a pig, all right.
But like, I think they said TSA asked about like your credit score or like how your credit is or your debts and shit like that. Because I guess they were worried about people taking bribes.
Right, yeah.
But like, fuck a polygraph. Like literally, like what was it? Fuck, who was it? There was some guy that like he fucking would just beat polygraphs left and right, and all he would do. Well, mind you, when I say beat, I'm not saying that they're fucking legit in the first place, but he would just put like a thumbtack under his insole so it barely poked out, and he would just fucking like put his foot down,
And all that.
and just that little spike of like that twinge of pain would make his brain waves flop around.
And it's all it is doing is the reader of the polygraph. When they get the baseline, and he's telling, it's fucking fucking it up. So basically, a polygraph test is only as good as the person reading it.
Yeah.
Or giving.
Well, and even then, it's a flawed system.
Right.
Period.
But he is interpreting shit, but he doesn't know he or she.
So he's like that ASL interpreter that didn't know American Sign Language back in the day. That was the best shit I've ever seen. They're fucking it was like a governor or something, and this bitch is just like and like I know it might sound mean and heartless to some people, but like god damn it, I wish I knew a deaf person at that time. I would love to watch a deaf person watch that. They'd be like, what the fuck going on?
It's fucking hilarious. Back in 2020, in my old home where I live with people. The
Yeah.
governor was on every fucking day.
Oh my god, yeah, I know, because I work in the
And-
restaurant industry. We had him on the big screen with the sound on when he would dress, because customers would be like, regulars would be like, "Why are we watching this shit?" And like we'd be sitting there. Literally, I would come out of the kitchen and sit there and watch it. They'd be like, "Why do we go to watch this shit?" I'd be like, "Dude, shut the fuck up!" Like literally, this guy can immediately change my life
Right.
because I'm in the restaurant industry.
But I got such a kick out of they always had the sign language interpreter.
God, it's
And
the best part.
For here in Ohio, she got so into which they do.
Yes, that lady was the shit. The one that looked like Mike DeWine's little sister.
Yes.
She was a lesbian.
And I was talking to one of the kids in the house who took sign language because kids are a bunch of pussies these days. They don't have to take a foreign language. But and he says that is part of sign language, but she went overboard.
She was killing it.
I mean, it was.
And then the
fucking
other girl
hilarious.
that because they trade out every once in a while was just boring as shit. It's like she tried to be like the other one, and you were like, "Boo!
But
Bring back Mike DeWine in a wig."
that old lady got into her shit.
God.
All right.
And she did. She looked just like that little fucking office holding gremlin piece of shit.
So they.
If anybody's wondering, we're from Ohio, and almost everybody from Ohio fucking hates Mike DeWine. Yeah. Suck my dick, DeWine. Vaxamillion. That shit pissed me off so bad.
I just do not like politicians, period.
Do they do that in other states?
What?
The Vaxamillion thing?
I don't. I think so, actually. I think some people.
So stupid. For anybody that doesn't know, Mike DeWine put it into place where anybody who was vaccinated or got vaccinated within like a 2-week period during the heat of COVID or right after the vaccine came out,
placing a lottery.
we're putting $1 million lottery.
Yeah, and you could have got.
The only thing I liked about that was the stipulation for kids. Was that if you had vaxxed your kids, because I say all the time, I didn't get vaccinated. I don't see the point in getting vaccinated. You got vaccinated and you still got the shit.
Yeah, I did.
And you had not gotten it before you got vaccinated.
I went through a fucking almost 2 years.
Yeah.
I got
without it, and then you get it, and you got it what, like 2 months later?
Let's see.
You got it before you got your first booster.
I didn't even get my booster yet.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Before
shot.
you got your a booster, you got fucking COVID.
I got COVID in Christmas of 2021, and
we are just fucking sidebarring hard tonight. I like it.
Who gives a fuck? This Christmas week, between Christmas and closer to New Year's.
Yeah.
Of COVID, I got COVID. I got vaccinated in October, maybe early November.
Was it?
Yeah. So I went from 2020 to almost, it is either October or November of 2021, not vaccinated. And I worked every day. I didn't shut down. Where I worked was.
Well, like I would have, I just didn't have the fucking option.
I had to go to work.
Yeah.
Now, granted, but I went to.
He was an essential worker.
Yeah, I went to get my morning drink at the local gas station every day. I never changed anything.
Right, you just had a mask.
The only thing I didn't do is go to the bar because the bars were closed.
Right.
I come back. Yeah, because I think I got COVID at the bar on the what was it, the
party,
the Christmas party.
That party, yeah.
I got COVID the 21st. As a matter of fact, the 21st of December, 2021. I remember the day because it was my oldest daughter's birthday, and I got my hair cut that day, and it was a Christmas party.
And I coughed in all the fucking girls' mouths at Great Clips.
Because that's why I got COVID. I called you when I got before. I said,
yeah, because you were like, hey, just so you know.
Yeah, because we were sharing something.
Oh yeah.
We both took.
We're blowing the same guy in the bathroom.
Yes, something like that. No, we shared. How can I, without getting this?
Some herbal remedies.
Yeah. And so I called you on.
We did, didn't we?
I called you on Monday. I said because I started feeling like shit.
Yeah, because I think I got tested just in case.
Because
I can't fuck with that shit. Like I work in the food service industry.
I started feeling like shit on Sunday because I remember the Bengals stuff. Went to work, called you on Monday, said, hey, I feel like shit. I'm trying to get tested. You got tested because we didn't do a podcast That was when we were doing.
No, because I remember talking to you on the phone. I was like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but does this mean you're taking the next 2 episodes since you got all the time in the world to do research?
Well, because that was back when we were doing episodes on Monday night.
Yeah.
And we canceled Monday night's episode. But anyway,
Good times.
Moral of the story.
Where the fuck did we go off on this? Oh, yeah, bitching about Mike DeWine.
Yes. But I've made it a year, almost 2 year and 18 months, whatever.
Yeah.
Unvaccinated, didn't get COVID in the heat of it. Got vaccinated and got the fucking COVID.
Yeah, I got it.
Anyway.
The Super Bowl before this last one. But then again,
Yeah,
like
you
I said,
had it
I
in
think
2020.
yeah, I think I had it before it was out in the news though.
Right. Anyway.
But what I was gonna say though, the only thing I will give Mike DeWine with that whole Vax-A-Million thing is I do like how he did it with the kids. Like what is like 12 through 17, if you could prove that your kids were vaccinated, they'd get 4 years of room and board and tuition at any state university.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, that's pretty fucking cool. I'll give you that one. The $1 million, like I think is it's just a fucking a crapshoot fucking bullshit way to make sales on the goddamn vaccine. Well, I guess it's not really sales, but to push the vaccine, to put the 5G chips in everybody.
Come on. I don't blame. I mean, I don't think it was a horrible idea. It was probably a good idea. Do what you got to do. And I'm not against the vaccination. I mean,
it's just not my thing. Like there's never been enough science behind the shit. And now they got that new shit that they're working on. That's even more intrusive.
Well, we got another, COVID's old news.
What are we on to now?
The sphincter pox. Oh, the monkey pox. We got to worry about that.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even fucking read anything on that bullshit.
Now we got the monkey pox.
No.
The pox.
So,
anyway, Travis Walton.
So, and now, like, because there's a whole nother fucking abduction with this guy.
What do you mean?
Like, he claims to have gone back.
Really? I did not hear it.
I believe that's what he said.
Oh, well, let's finish. We'll get to that.
But go ahead. Your finger's up. That means you have something to say.
Well, in these 5 days that he was, that's what we're talking about, 5 days. The 5 days.
7 days.
The 5 days that he was gone, the investigation went from a missing person to they actually thought these other guys murdered him. Now, back then, you needed a body to charge with murder.
Yeah. Which you should anyway.
Well, yes.
Within reason, unless somebody's can be like, no, definitely, you found that body at 9:15. They were with him at 9:14.
Right. So these guys are the pariah of this small snowflake town. That's the name. I'm not calling them candy asses.
Yeah.
Eventually, old Travis comes back, walking down the highway. He goes to a gas station, makes a phone call, correct? And he calls.
Yeah, he goes to it. I'm at a payphone.
He doesn't call the cops. He calls either his buddy or his brother, one of the two.
His brother.
Right, but his buddy and the brother, I think, go and pick him up.
Yeah.
And now, was he naked? Now the movie says he was naked. Did they not give him his fucking clothes back?
I mean,
jackasses?
Maybe it had fucking like space dust on it. Maybe they were doing him a favor.
Oh, maybe.
They're like, if we return you, you will get a rash. You will get space crabs.
Couldn't they at least give him one of the gowns with the ass showing up? Something. I mean, fuck him.
Just cover him in one of those fucking Mylar blankets that they put in survival kits. Those things are fucking legit.
Yeah.
Have you ever fucking seen that shit?
I don't think
like
so.
Used one?
No, I've never used one.
Dude, you can like literally go out into like the middle of winter in like Canada and build a little lean-to, which you know what a lean-to is.
Yes.
And like line the inside of that lean-to with one of those Mylar blankets, and if you can get a fire started in front of that, it reflects so much heat that it'll be like a solid 82 degrees in that lean-to, even in like the middle of a snowstorm, as long as you can keep that fire going. It's crazy.
So whether Moon Unit says his pants were on backwards, maybe.
Yes. I do specifically remember that now that Moon Unit said that.
So what was it? Well,
that's got to be uncomfortable.
So he was a member of Crisscross?
But at the same, like, what that brings me to another point. Maybe the aliens have something figured out that we haven't. Why don't we have zippers in the back of our pants? So we don't have to pull them all the way down to take a stinky shit.
I think we're onto something.
I think everybody should have zippers and poop flaps.
We're going to trademark that shit.
There's nothing better than a good pair of pajamas with butt flaps on them.
But how did he zip his pants?
I would imagine the aliens did it.
Well, that was awful courteous of them. Would they finger his asshole while they were?
Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
But
Never
anyway,
trust the government. I see. I have my own opinions on this shit.
I
On the
never trust
government
anybody.
thing. I can't say I trust the government, but at the same time, it's too fucking late. We all have goddamn computers in our pocket. Whatever they want to do, they can fucking get the information and the location and the information and the location and the situation and the fucking masturbation to do.
You had me at masturbation.
Woo! But like, it's too late. We can't fight the shit. Everybody's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, motherfucker, it's over. If they want to do it, they're gonna do it. We don't have to like it and we don't have to buy into it, but it's gonna happen one way or the other.
Okay, so he's back. That's basically the end of the story. Naturally, he didn't murder him. So
I mean, there's other shit to it. There's the polygraph tests, like we were talking about earlier, but the polygraph tests were fucking horse shit.
Right.
Because they're polygraph tests. And the other thing that I heard him speak on is what was it, his EEG scan?
Yeah.
He went in for an EEG later in life. EEG or EKG, whatever the fuck.
EKG, I think.
I don't know. I'm not a goddamn docker. And like, I guess the doctor that suggested it or requested it like somebody else did it and they didn't know what they were looking for exactly. And there was some type of an abnormal brain frequency in his brain waves.
Huh.
That they just couldn't explain.
Really?
And when I heard him talk about it, he said, because they've brought up the idea of it being a incident with lightning. Like he got hit by lightning and it boom him off the fucking road and they just couldn't find him. And he talked about that. He was like, he says he wants to try to find somebody who's confirmed been struck by lightning and have them do an EKG and see if their EKG or whatever the fucking acronym is for that goddamn test.
EKG.
Sure. KGB, FBI, CIA, TGIF, LGBTQ+. So he said he wants to see if somebody who got hit by lightning has that same irregular brain frequency pattern.
So it is very possible that what they saw was like ball lightning.
Well, because they said he also said that like they tested ground material from that area and it was scorched. Because there's also the idea of testing that scorched ground material that they took, and he brings up what's it called? Oh, I'm going to look it up because I can't remember the exact name of it. But he brings it up in that, as far as that argument, is, like I said, they found that, that scorched earth, basically, because it was, what's the word I want to look and say?
Penis lift.
No, it was like sand and dirt. Like it wasn't, well, not sand, but like dirt. And I guess there will probably be some sand in there naturally because, sedimentary rocks and masturbation. What's it called? What are these things called? Oh my God. I'm going to fucking kill your whole goddamn family if you don't tell me the name of these fucking...
We do not promote violence here at GITN.
What? Oh, I wasn't talking to a human. I was just talking about
You're going to kill your
Google.
phone, that's still murder.
Fulgurite.
Vulgarite?
Fulgurite.
I like vulgar better.
Yes, fulgurite is a crystal formed by when lightning hits the ground. Like fucking Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh, yeah, when it strikes sand, it makes glass.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But like he was like, I'd like to see if there's any similarities in there, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, so you're trying to legitimize this fucking potential lightning story. Like, you're at least open enough to accept maybe.
Which is very possible. It was some sort of lightning that hit him, knocked him down. His boys drove away. His body reacted, got up, and just started walking, unconscious.
Well,
And then he's having these hallucinations.
Well, and he brought. I'll give him
happened.
credit because, like I said, I'm one to. I don't try to denounce people automatically, but like, I'm one who, what the fuck is this? Tries to make some shit happen. Blah 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 blah. But fuck, where was I going with that?
I have no idea.
God damn it. Oh, but he even says like, and I don't disagree with him. Like, when lightning does stuff, there's telltale signs.
Yeah.
Like, it works certain ways. He even said it, and I found it really interesting when he talked about it on this interview. He even brought up how, like, you can tell if a tree was hit by some type of forest fire situation or somebody set it on fire, or if it was hit by lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Because when theoretically, when a lightning strikes a tree, the sap vaporizes, and that's what blasts out the fucking bark. How you can see that, like, scorch line. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not giving any credence to this lightning thing. I'm just I found it I found it not compelling at all, but I found it interesting that when it was brought up and the idea was thrown out there, he wasn't automatically like, "You fucking stupid idiots." And in my mind, I was like, that's a really good way to kind of take the fucking the light off of you.
Right. I get it.
To be not like almost accepting of the idea. Like, yeah, I would imagine that's what most people that went through some crazy shit.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I do.
I don't think that's what fucking happened. In my mind, I believe in aliens, but the way I believe in aliens, I would say that the lightning thing is more plausible than the alien thing.
Probably.
By far. But I don't think that's what happened.
I can't disagree. I do not think that. Oh, anyway, we'll get to our opinions here in a bit. Now, this, like we said earlier, this story went for 46, 47 years.
Mm-hmm.
40 plus years. We'll go that way. They stuck to their guns. Now, you said I was not aware that.
Well, I have a list before we get to that.
Okay, go ahead.
So, we have a little list of holes with this whole thing. Now, I don't even call it holes, but like questionable information. One, Travis Walton and his family believe and reported that they had seen numerous UFOs over the years and were low-key kind of obsessed with contacting aliens. We're off to a bad start.
Not a good start.
We're starting the fire and somebody's fucking doing do-si-do spinning with fucking a 5-gallon gas tank behind us.
Starting to smolder.
So, because of their enthusiasm for this, he would have known, Travis Walton would have known that at the time, which we will get into here in a second, the National Enquirer offered $5,000 for positive proof of extraterrestrial encounter, which Travis Walton got.
No shit.
He got $5,000 from the National Enquirer for this.
Huh.
Yeah. And this is in the 75. Like, $5,000 was not fucking chump change back then.
No.
It's not chump change now. If somebody gave me $5,000, I'd be like, fuck you, Phil. I'm not moving in anymore. I'm buying a house. Like, they're throwing that on top of the other money that I have saved, and I'm buying a house. You want to move in with me? So, there's that. That's a big one. Like, when you bring money into the equation, it automatically muddies the waters instantly, without question.
Right. That makes things a little dicey.
So, and according to lore, if you will, him and the other crew members split that $5,000 and gave exclusive rights to tell their story at the time to the Enquirer. So there's probably, in my mind, more money on top of that.
That's a good bet. I can't disagree with that. That's a good bet. There might be something fishy going on here.
Moving on. His medical exams and initial failed but kept around polygraph results were set up and paid for by the National Enquirer.
Very interesting. So this is not looking good for them.
No, but I just farted. I hope it got picked up on the mic.
It did. I didn't even hear it, so we're all right.
It was a little boop. So yeah, this is getting pretty deep. See, this is why the division of labor here works out sometimes. I do the true crime. We both do the conspiracies. You do the spoopy stuff, which, I mean, I still love the spoopy stuff. You just get more fucking hard for it. I get more hard for the true crime.
I'm
and then I
hard right
also get more hard for anything where I can find shit to be like, you motherfuckers. Who says what?
What are we talking about? Mooney. What are we talking about? I personally think alien abductions are fascinating. They're fun.
But I think all of them are bullshit.
I'm not saying these people aren't getting abducted.
I am. Why the fuck would they be abducting us? What do they need? What can they do? They gain to fucking stand to gain from us?
I'm borderline. It's not aliens abducting these people. People go missing all the time.
Oh yeah, it's the government.
It's some kind of.
Well, I'm not saying. I don't want to say like 100% it's the government. More often than not, I would say it's probably just horse shit stories. But it would be more plausible that it would be the government or
some kind of research facility
or anything really at that point. Fucking human traffickers, anything like fuck.
Then aliens coming down to probe us anally. I have a hard time dealing with that.
Yeah.
Or wrapping my head around that. I think it's more likely there are a lot better explanations for it. And this story right here, old Travie boy, there's starting some holes developing it.
Yeah. Well, and to answer the question that got asked in the chat, all of this is not all of it. Some of this I don't know how to say it. This anti-Travis Walton stuff. Some of it is just facts. Some of it is just like Travis Walton Story. It could be 100% true. It could be not. There just happens to be no paper trails on any of this shit, other than even the polygraph test. Like, apparently they had the polygraph test, but it does not exist. Or as far as being able to see a physical copy, like, you're fucked.
Right. I mean, so everything's hearsay. You're getting all this information.
That's the problem with these alien stories, too, is like you can't, there's no fucking 100%. There's just there's stuff that makes sense and there's stuff that doesn't make sense. And to me, in situations like this, the stuff that makes sense is going to be the shit that I gravitate towards.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, alien abductions is hard to swallow.
Yeah.
It's like my ex-wife, hard to get to swallow.
Mm-hmm. Jesus. So there's also there's also the suspicion out there that because of this abduction, it provided a legitimizing reasoning to get the logging contractor Mike Rogers out of a potentially very costly penalty.
Yeah, he overbooked, didn't he?
Because of the crew falling behind schedule.
Right. They were overbooked. They had too many jobs. They were overbooked. They were running late on this one.
Yeah.
And this could have been.
And he stood to lose money on this whole thing. But this happens and it gets, oh, well, I guess we can't hit you with that now.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, the problem was if they were late, he had to pay a fine, or he had to not cut them a check, but his pay was reduced, which would have caused him to lose money on the total job.
Oh, yeah.
He would have spent more than he made on it if there was a penalty if he was late on this. So this could very well be some kind of ploy to get out of that. I mean, it's very possible.
Yeah.
Everything's on the table at this point.
So, and then they go into this whole thing of like Rogers and Travis Walton like rigging this whole thing, which, I mean, that's whatever. That's hearsay as shit.
Right.
Objection hearsay. Shout out Amber Turd's lawyers.
I liked it when he objected to his own question.
Yeah. Objection hearsay. You asked the question.
Dumbass.
Jesus Christ. So, and then according to some media outlets and some people, because if he spoke to somebody who did not believe his story, they would ask certain questions. And because of that, I read that he would no longer be interviewed or talk to people that did not believe his story. Which
is a problem.
It is, but from his standpoint, not a bad idea.
Right. You don't want to get questioned too much, and because the more your questions, the more the wrong answer could come out and make things a little. You could fuck up and say something wrong that doesn't jive with what you've said in the past.
Yeah, I mean, look how Kim Jong-un and Kim Jong-il and all their fucking ancestors did it. They're still in power. They're fucking crazy. They should probably be shot in the face, anyone who's still alive from that bloodline, but you know.
Great, there's going to be a missile flying over our heads.
Oh, eat a fat dick. They ain't watching this shit.
Oh,
how could they? They'd have to get so close to the screen.
You can say that. I can't.
Yeah, I can. Like I said earlier, the only reason I have glasses is so you can actually see my eyeballs.
Because they magnify that shit.
They really do.
Okay.
So yeah, there's... Again, this is my problem. Like, I find the alien shit interesting. But there's just no fucking concrete shit.
Whenever you're dealing with aliens, whether it be UFOs or abductions, it's all fucking somebody's opinion. There's no in anything paranormal, cryptids, aliens, anything paranormal, which all those things are considered paranormal in my opinion. There's no decisive evidence for any of it,
or supernatural, I guess maybe.
And if there was,
because they're above what we know as natural.
If there was decisive evidence, they would no longer be paranormal. It would be normal.
Yeah. But like, and there's also the fact that like fucking shows like Ancient Aliens and shit, as entertaining as they may be, they muddy the waters even more. They're like, oh, the pyramids, aliens, literally impossible for humans to do that. Not really. It's not out entirely out of the realm of possibility. Because like with the technology and the knowledge that they had back then, motherfucker, we don't know what they had.
That's my point.
It's just like Stonehenge. We don't fucking know.
Like I've said,
they could have had fucking ye old crane 2,000 years ago. Like, what the fuck?
I'm a firm believer that civilization has been started, destroyed, and restarted several times.
Or the Easter Island heads is a good one. They fucking, everybody had that big thing about that, and then there's some scientists go out there with fucking ropes and recreate, because some of the Easter Island heads are subterranean. They do have bodies.
Right, but they're 40 feet underground. You know.
Yeah,
yeah.
But fucking scientists went out there with fucking ropes and like 20 people, and wrapped the ropes around them, and they just fucking shimmy walked them motherfuckers wherever they wanted. They did it for like a mile just to do a test.
I mean, there are some very interesting. I find it hard to believe that modern science or modern academia, the way they explain like things like the pyramids and some. Okay, yes, you might be correct, but I don't.
But we don't fucking know.
We don't know exactly what they had, what tools they had. We have a good idea of what we think they had. But it's still, nobody knows for a
fact.
If
nothing else, just the massive amounts of manpower.
And
they literally had a slave army to fucking do their bidding.
And some of those stones in some of those.
Fun fact: Cleopatra wasn't Egyptian.
Great. What was she?
Ethiopian. I forget the name of the tribe. I think she was Ethiopian.
I think she was Ethiopian.
Or tribe or culture.
Some of the mere size of those stones and the tonnage of those stones
is astronomical.
We would actually have, our cranes today would have a hard time lifting it.
Right.
I mean, but I don't know how they were made. I'm not saying. I just think I firmly believe that our ancient ancestors might have been a little bit more advanced than what modern academia says they were.
Oh, I 100%
They
believe that.
probably had. They who's we are so arrogant in our knowledge that think because we have cell phones, because we have the internet, because we have the fleshlight, we are so much more advanced. We are so much more advanced than the ancient people. They might have had a flashlight too. I don't fucking know.
There was dildos.
I know.
How do you think the island of Lesbos become a thing? Why do you think the word lesbian is a thing? Because of the island of Lesbos.
We've covered this in past episodes.
Yeah, and they found dildies everywhere.
Dildo heaven. But I don't know. And the same thing goes with alien abduction. I have no fucking idea. I wasn't there.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, she was Greek. Okay, I was wrong. Greek, Ethiopian. What's
All that
fucking
matters
difference?
was she wasn't white, so she's bad. It amazes me. There's actually people out there that think that way.
Gregory, don't get involved with our facts. Don't fact check us. Just go with our bullshit. We are two fucking idiots.
But I mean, like, because that shit comes up all the time. Like, aliens get pegged for everything. The crystal skulls, like fucking every ancient whatever the fuck, every ancient thing. You know what I mean? Like, just everything.
I mean,
They literally, like, everything. Every time that we can't explain something because it doesn't fit what we think we know, somebody's gonna turn it into alien
Right.
interference.
Doesn't mean it's alien. Like some of these cuts and some of these places they've unearthed. Some of the cuts are so precise.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking machinist. I have a computer
Oh yeah. There's a lot in South and Central America.
that I have a computer. I program a computer to make very precise fucking cuts within 2 to 3 thousandths of tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
A human hair is about 16 thousandths of an inch.
Yeah.
So, what's that? A third? Not even a third of
Less
a hair?
than that.
That's the kind of tolerance I have.
Mm-hmm.
I would have a hard time making some of these cuts, these precise cuts in some of these ancient structures with a computer that I have today. Now, yes, I am an idiot, but that's irrelevant. But so that's why I say they are much more. Ancient people were much more advanced, so we don't have all the fucking answers, and we don't have all the answers about fucking alien abduction.
Yeah, and like, I don't think that we have a grasp on a realistic grasp on what may or may not or could have or could not have been done by these people at certain times in our past.
Right. I mean, these archaeologists look at a piece of pottery and say, yes, they had a 7-inch penis and they liked it up the ass. How can you tell that from looking at that piece of pottery? Fuck you twice.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of pottery painted with people getting butt fucked.
They look at these ancient sites and they're forming a theory and an opinion. Now, it's a very well-educated opinion. Much more educated than my fucking dumbass.
But that doesn't make it the word of God.
Doesn't mean it's set in stone.
No.
Doesn't mean that's exactly how it happened or that's what they did or what's...
Just because Travis Walton said this or somebody else said something against Travis Walton, who the fucking knows?
You know what?
Nobody's ever going to fucking know.
I've come to a realization. Everybody named Travis is full of shit.
No, I pooped before I came.
Okay.
But there's just fucking... like... And yeah, there's all the media part of this fucking Travis Walton thing with the book and the fucking movie, but Fire in the Sky, even he says, was much more provocative and entertaining.
Than which most movies are.
Which, yeah, I mean,
that's what they get paid.
I mean, I don't know.
Now,
okay. Well, then
okay.
Moon Unit says we need to see the tools and the drawings or whatever. But Phil and I have talked about this, like, for all we like, this shit just could not be anymore. Like it could, like all this shit could, as far as what we know, it. Because my big thing with this is, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out later that shit has just been destroyed over the years.
The earth,
Because it has.
the
And
earth-
I'm not even saying by the earth. I'm saying by man, like ourselves. Specifically, the Catholic Church. But, you know,
Or
I
even-
digress.
even like a asteroid or meteor strike or something wiped
Like
out.
anything, yeah,
Right.
like fucking Mesopotamia could have fucking MacBooks. We just don't know about it. Like,
Or they could have been like sound waves.
yeah,
They could have used sound waves. Sound waves do. There are some people that believe you can move things via sound waves. I don't know. I mean, I fart.
telekinesis.
I fart. My pants move a little bit. Does that count?
Did I tell you about the fucking realization that I had about those super fast hand dryers? You know, the ones that are like, what? They're like fucking little wind turbines.
Yeah, it sounds like a jet engine taking
And
off.
here we go. I'm going to change everybody's life in this live chat and in listening to this podcast. I found while washing my hands, because I do that. Why the fuck my goddamn boy band bangs are killing me lately. I mean, they're amazing, don't get me wrong, but I'm over here Justin Bieber in my shit. But I found out that after you wash your hands, if you're using one of those hand dryers and you put them like this, like just right, with a little space between, like where you're fucking, I don't know what that is called, the butt of your hand,
Palm.
sure, is just barely touching, and you get it at the right angle, that air moves fast enough that it'll fucking push itself between there, and it'll make a little hand fart.
Oh,
I was
nice.
so glad I was the only person in that bathroom, because I did it, and I was like, shut the fuck up. And I was like, sprr, sprr, sprr. And then I'm laughing. Thank God nobody came in. And then I'm laughing my way to the door, because I'm like, and as soon as my hand touches the handle, I'm straight-faced again. Because I didn't want to be like, well, it's so funny, man. My hands were farting under the hand dryer. It was funny.
We're children. No, but I don't know. Now, getting back to Travis Walton. Now, I was not aware of this. Now,
Oh yeah, how
One of
fuck,
them-
which one was it?
one of them has actually came out and said this. I was not aware of this. You enlightened me. That
I get, because I just saw this. I can't remember. I fucking can't remember which guy it was, but it's one of the guys from the crew came out and said it was fucking bullshit. Yeah, he said it. He said that Travis Walton has just been running the most well believed, longest running hoax
okay.
that we know of.
Now, just to play devil's advocate, why come out? And he came out after Walton appeared on Rogan, right? Back
I
in
think it was the
2020.
same year.
Yeah, 2021, last year. Why did he wait so long to call bullshit?
I don't know.
I mean, that's my only. Just to play devil's advocate, why wait so long?
That's the one that's been racking my brain.
I mean, we're talking 44, 45.
Like, did you
46
stop
years.
getting paid off?
Right. You lose
Because
a little-
mind you, I looked it up. Travis Walton's estimated net worth is between $100,000 and $1 million. So to me, that means it could be literally anything. Because
Right.
you know goddamn well that he's probably still getting paid royalties
from
from the film,
book,
from the
from
books,
book,
the
yeah.
films. There's multiple films. One of them is literally called Travis.
Oh.
It's like Travis, the Travis Walton Story or some shit. Because I was like, I got a movie, bitches.
So I don't. That
Or is he jealous because he's in the limelight?
I mean, for him to come out now is
Shout out to Rush.
I'm a little skeptical.
Yeah.
But let's be honest.
Oh, I'm skeptical. You know, I'm skeptical.
honest.
Like all this alien shit, I automatically went like, that's bullshit.
You know, I don't mind. I'd be all right in jail. I don't.
Where
wanna-
the fuck are we going with this one?
Follow me down this rabbit hole. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking lose my shit and commit suicide because I'm going to jail.
You're not going to Epstein?
No,
You're not going to Aaron Hernandez?
no. But if back in 1975, when I was in my early 20s, and
Oh, you're talking if you were Travis Walton.
Walton.
Okay, I was
Or
going to say
no,
you were in
probably-
your early 30s in the 70s.
fuck you twice. I was like 3 years old when this happened. But if I was one of those members of the crew in my early 20s, hell, one of them was like 17.
Yeah. Oh my God, did you see the pictures of him?
Yeah, but
It
you,
was great.
you throw out a murder rap, I might sing like a motherfucking canary. Oh, bullshit. At 17, 18, 19. Okay, jokes up.
Especially considering one of the guys didn't fucking like him.
It's all exactly. It's all fun and games till I'm going to have to go to jail for life,
Mhm.
possibly, you know, as a joke.
Yeah.
You better get him on the fucking payphone and tell him to come out a little earlier after not 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
So why come out now? After all the movies, all the documentaries, didn't they all get together for a documentary not too long,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe 10 years ago?
But I mean, it's like, well, because over like, because Fire in the Sky was a thing in '93, and he got some fucking publicity off of that, and then over the last handful of years, with I mean, even though because I don't know what it was with Ancient Aliens, but like Ancient Aliens has been around, but for some reason Ancient Aliens popped the fuck off with the meme. And then everybody was watching Ancient Aliens, even though it had already been on for a while. So
I've watched it since the beginning.
The whole alien thing, the UFO, extraterrestrial, blah, 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 has had a big revamp in the last, 4 or 5 years. So now he's going out on the fucking, he's doing Rogan. He's going to conventions. He's doing the fucking, he's on fucking, what was that? He was on a show on Fox. Ow, why did I just snap my fingers? I keep fucking have a goddamn fucking thumb pussy on the end of my finger.
Don't know.
But yeah, there it is. It's right there. The Moment of Truth. He was on that on Fox. Like, so is it? He's gaining steam and making money again, and this guy's butthurt because he's not. Is this guy is it really a hoax? And this dude's just fucking starting to feel bad about pulling the wool over so many people's eyes for so long. Who the fuck knows? Because this guy saying that it's a hoax is just as circumstantial as everything else in this fucking story.
I'm going to lean personally. We're coming close on time.
Google.
Fuck Google.
I don't believe. I don't believe any of this shit.
This is real. That this happened to him.
Yeah.
But I almost believe to a certain extent, it's more, like you said earlier, it's more plausible that there was a strange aerial phenomenon or weather phenomenon that looked like a globe or a glow looked like a ship. Maybe somehow lightning struck him, threw him back. They took off. He was dazed, out of it, confused, got up and just started walking, was having hallucinations. And dreamed all this. Not saying he's lying, but he dreamed all this.
Yeah.
Or imagined all this.
Well, it's the whole thing of like
wandered for 5 days.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, he was pretty. It did appear like he was dehydrated and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it wasn't like he was in a cabin, right?
And that was the interesting part. Like I said, we will come back to poop. Because Rogan asked him about that. He was like, "Do you remember going to the bathroom?" He was like, "I know. He was like, "I don't want to be crude, but did you take a shit in those 5 days?"
I love Rogan.
And he was like, "I don't recall any of that, so I don't know if it was like they basically it was like either they stopped his digestion or it was a like a
free flowing. Just
it was like a time warpy blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, did you poop or didn't you? That's all the world wants to know."
Well, maybe it was like a rectal. What's it?
Like he was like Kim Jong-un. He just worked so hard that he burned it off from the inside.
Maybe he had like a rectal. Aliens have a rectal version of a catheter.
A bedpan?
Well, no, they put a tube there and you kind of because you could.
I want one of those.
Because I remember when I had my surgery. I mean, the catheter was a thing.
I need one of those. You know how
awesome.
fucking cool that'd be? Like, I gotta take a shit. Done.
I remember I was sitting there, came out of surgery, sitting there up in a, like a chair, had my catheter on, and I was talking to everybody. I was like, you know what, guys? I'm busy right now. Of course, I was still stoned.
Yeah. Just like all the people that are just lighting up the fucking hospital rooms after their colonoscopy. The best videos on the internet by far. Oh my god.
But maybe the aliens have that kind of technology. They stick a tube up your ass and it just flows.
Well, and then there's the fucking evacuation. Come. Evacuation. Come. From fucking Austin Powers. But and then there's that piece of information right there.
What piece?
A fucking a cognitive psychologist had the theory of NBC televised the UFO incident 2 weeks before this that documented, if you will, Betty and Barney Hill. And there's a lot of similarities between Betty and Barney Hill's situation and Travis Walton's.
So it implanted in his mind.
Which, to me, devil's advocate here, that doesn't actually add any legitimacy to either story as far as I'm concerned. Because Betty and Barney Hill's story got so big because it was so in depth in comparison to other people's.
Right.
So what does Travis Walton do? Again, playing devil's advocate here, he does the same thing and rides the same wave that Betty and Barney Hill did, 20 or 30 years before that?
Yeah, that's, possible.
However, I'll be honest, off the top of my head, I don't remember when Betty and Barney Hill was.
Or maybe fucking Alf fucking did pick him up, anally probe him, and he did swing a fucking...
And he ate his cat.
glass dildo at their asses. I don't fucking know. Maybe, I don't know. Was not there. I know it's a cop-out. I don't know.
I mean, I'm going to call bullshit on all this. And I believe... I'm the most skeptical believer in extraterrestrials. Like, I accept 100% that they exist. But zero part of me believes 99.9% of the shit that I hear about people saying that they encountered them. Because why the fuck would they be here? What do they have to learn from us?
Well,
unless they're just checking in on us.
Maybe
because they've been here forever.
Maybe they seeded the planet, because we've covered this before, but there is a jump in evolution.
Oh, yeah.
A big jump that we can't explain. There is the missing link. We've yet to find it.
Sam Squamch.
Maybe
he said, "Boys, we can fucking take him. He looks like just to be about a 6-footer."
Maybe ancient aliens are right about something that we are fucking
hybrids.
Or no, maybe they seeded us and they're just we're a science experiment. Some fucking alien sixth grader, we're his fucking science fair experiment. I don't know.
Or maybe we're just left over because they left. Maybe that's the only reason we were able to thrive. What if the dinosaurs were aliens? Because you have reptilian dinosaurs or reptilian aliens.
Like I said, I'm not big. I firmly believe that there are extraterrestrials out in the universe.
Well, because there's the whole thing of cave aliens. Like, have you ever heard that term?
Are they gay and they haven't come out of the cave yet?
No, shut up. It's basically just a term to that explains like what we would know as extraterrestrials, but it's not like they have high levels of technological advancement or intelligence. They're out there, and they would be extraterrestrials to us, but they could just be fucking cavemen, but they have 3 arms and 5 fucking eyeballs.
Or they are, have just had the internet for about 20 years, and they're fucking doing podcasts.
Right, they're still they're fucking porn.
And then I'm big on fucking dimensional. If what is coming here aren't alien, it's dimensional. I'm a big believer in the multiverse. There is probably another universe with you and me doing the same thing, except
we're purple.
I'm the Asian and you're the Caucasian.
Say all the time, if I become a professional wrestler, I'll be the raging Asian Caucasian.
But and that could be what the spirit world is, or what ghost hunters are picking up. You're not picking up on the spirits. You're picking up another frequency of dimension.
Well, now Moon Unit and Gregory in the chat are talking about the fucking polygraph tests and shit like that. Like, is this not documented? Like, we can't be like, okay, we don't have the originals, but here's a fucking photocopy. Oh my god, the heartburn is real, boys.
See, I want to believe this. I
want to believe everything. I just can't bring myself to do it.
But then again, no, maybe I don't, because that is fucking terrifying. If the alien abduction is real and they're doing experiments on them.
Well, we've had this conversation. If all this shit is real, there's nothing we can do about it.
You're at least gonna have to buy me dinner first, there, buddy, before you fucking stick a chrome pipe up my ass.
Maybe that one picked up on the microphone.
Yeah, probably, because I heard that one.
That was a little tummy rumbler.
But I just find it just like UFOs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% convinced they're from ships from outer space.
I would venture to guess that more than likely they are terrestrial things. We just don't know from whom they
Or
came.
dimensional,
Or that,
or
yeah.
a portal. I don't know. It's fascinating. That's what's beautiful about this fucking topic, and that's why I picked it to start a podcast on, because it's endless. And I have no fucking idea. I don't know.
Oh, no, I mean,
I would hope that Travis Walton and the group boys aren't completely faked it and it's a con. I would hope something happened to where Travis had 5 days of missing time, got knocked out or something, and he imagined this. So to him, it is real. I don't know. I don't know. Let us know what you think. Send us an email at gitmpodcast@gmail.com, and we will not read it because we're lazy. I'm kidding. I'll read
I don't know. I don't even have that fucking email on my phone.
It's on this computer. No.
That's all you.
It's on this computer.
I get enough spam from the other email, and the only reason I have that one is because I had to log into the fucking YouTube account.
I know. But that GITM podcast can be, if you hit this little button right here, pops up now.
Oh, fancy. I don't know, but on my phone, the mail thing on the Apple Mail, like that puts them all together. They're like 95,000 things on there.
Erase that shit.
I know. I don't do shit with email. Like if I have to do something with email, I go in, I immediately get it as soon as it gets sent. I print it or whatever I have to do, and then I don't open my email. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So you got anything else on Travis you want to talk about Travis?
I do. I still think it's just like it's so perfectly fucking vague. It's like because there's no fucking evidence. There's no paperwork. I've never seen the fucking polygraph test. Not that I know how to read them anyway, but at least that would give concrete evidence to where like here it is.
I mean, what?
And I could like sit there like a fucking middle-aged dad with his cup of coffee in the newspaper, like, and act like I know what I'm doing, and be like,
really reading the comics.
Is this what I think it is? And they'll be like, yeah, that's a blah, 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 and like say a bunch of science stuff. That's what I thought. Yeah.
I don't know.
Who did this? Somebody did a great job with this. Is this it's a blah, 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 blah. Yep. That's what I was going to say. Yes, it is.
I don't know.
I concur, doctor.
I don't know what to say about this.
Somebody called George Clooney. I need 200 cc's of fucking ambidextrone stat.
You know, with this topic, either way, I would not be surprised. Alien abductions could be bullshit. I would not be surprised, or it could be completely real. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know.
No. He's got a bad look, though. He's got a really shitty fucking mustache. And I'm pretty sure he's got a hairpiece. And he always wears a poorly fitting suit.
Moon, about this case, the best place is kind of look at some of these documentaries and get the most.
Yeah, good luck. Finding anything like concrete is not easy.
And that's not telling the story one way or the other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, they talk about like Michael Shermer, who is one of the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the thing about skeptics, these professional skeptics. They are just as bad as true believers because they're just the opposite. They don't have an open mind either.
I mean, it's the vanity of man. It's the same thing with politics. Either you're red or you're blue. Like everybody you have to be one thing or you have to be the other. God forbid there's fucking gray area in anything.
I'm a nice shade of pink.
Pussy pink.
I'm a
just
pussy.
Like Friday night.
I'm a pussy. I'm a pussy.
But yeah, like that's the problem with fucking human beings. Is like either I'm right or I'm not right. And when I'm not right, I'm mad. That's the problem. That's why we will never fucking yeah, they don't show up quite as well as they used to.
They're probably getting a little duller. Well,
yeah, probably.
It's
a work in progress. Fuckers.
Let's be all right.
Trust me, I'll have plenty of room to lay in here, or plenty of time to lay in here and stare at everything and get ideas. Because actually, we've already gone over ideas to backlight those anyway.
Yes, we're kind of.
Because also, well, these were kind of a means to an end. Also, I don't know if we're gonna stick with these forever.
What?
The letters.
Yeah,
they were just a quick, cheap idea. They did. You could definitely see. That's the only thing with two. We only have one light now. With the two lights, it definitely brought out the letters.
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, I mean, once I'm living right there, I'll be able to just sit there and go, "Oh, there's another idea," and instead of texting you like I normally do, I'll go, "Got it."
Yep.
Oh,
See, that's how much of a slave driver I am. I'm making him live here. I have a slave called Travis now.
yeah. Yeah, no, actually, I mean that is a good point because we've already kicked around some ideas on how we could or would want to backlight those if we keep them, or if we want to go with a different type of lit signage, or maybe not even lit.
I don't know. We'll find out.
I'm just gonna start fucking throwing shit up there and see what turns out.
Like, I think I want to put that up there. I'm thinking about bringing them down anyway. And bringing everything down a little bit, maybe. Well, it might be rearranged. Well, like your side.
I kind of want to get like one of those fucking cursive logos like Ricky Lake and Geraldo Rivera had back in the day. Like down the little like watermark they had at the bottom of their show, and then they had the like Tammy fucked her cousin in front of her mom next to it.
Yes. All right. Are we done?
I also kind of want to get a little letterbox, a little light up letterbox that I could just fucking change out the shit and make it say whatever I want on a weekly basis.
Dirty little things down.
Yeah. Fuck you. Eat my dick.
Eat my ass. Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to cover before we end this wonderful episode?
I don't think so.
Right.
Fuck me. It's 11:15.
Don't forget. There'll be.
You guys are fucked until next week, basically.
Yeah. There won't be an episode next.
We will have something to put out
Sunday. We've talked about there might be something going on Sunday. We're going when Travis is gone.
It just depends because I might be. Depending on when I leave, that's what it depends on. Because it would pretty much have to be on the road, because I'm spending most of that day with my friend before I leave town.
You're not leaving Monday morning?
I don't know yet.
Okay. Well, we'll figure something out. We could be on hiatus.
Because I mean, it's like a solid 12-hour drive or some shit.
Yeah, like 12, 13, yeah. But there'll definitely be no Wednesday, or maybe when's the wedding Saturday night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'll be leaving Wednesday at like 10. Because I got to do some shit for work before I leave.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll figure something out. I mean, if not, you'll just have to wait till the following Wednesday for...
Don't act like you won't be there. What?
Oh. You mean Wednesday? What the fuck are you talking about?
Whenever we are fucking on again.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll figure something out. If not, I might play an old episode live. Go live and just play an old episode.
Fuck it. Put the demonic fucking scratches episode again. Let's fucking start that train of views again.
I'm tired of answering those fucking. I'm tired of those fucking comments.
I'm going
all right,
full Lemmy
but
with this
don't
microphone.
Forget, if you want to follow us and find out like when we're going to go live, be sure to follow us on all our social medias. At Instagram at ghost_night_podcast, Twitter at night_ghost, Facebook Ghost in the Night, and TikTok should be picking up here soon. We'll start putting more shit out, and that's at GITN.podcast. As always,
this is an ASMR channel now.
As always, on Wednesdays we do a Patreon subscriber only after show, and if you want to get that and get the bonus material,
gotta get that.
If you want to get that, go to patreon.com/GITN podcast. Now, just so you guys know, there will be it's not technically an after show, but this week there'll be like an after show bonus. If you didn't catch episode 182 live, it's no longer there. It's no longer on there. It's just the interview. We went an hour and a half or so longer after that interview.
Longer, stronger, harder, and deeper.
That is what the after show is about. This week I will repost just that after show, and it'll be up on the audio feed as well. So that is kind of like what the after show is on Patreon. We love you guys, and we will see you when we see you.
Sometimes my upper lip smells like tofu and gochujang barbecue sauce.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're out of here. Say goodbye, Travis.
Eat my fucking balls.